Rocket Lab, it's important for our Virgin Galactic investors, our space investors. I split this between my overall allocation between Virgin Galactic and Rocket Lab. On this video, we're going to discuss today the latest information with Rocket Lab. Of course, we know about the CEO who sold, like, was it 23 million shares the other day? But out of 300 million, it didn't make a difference. But of course, it spooked the market. And then we had the crash, we had the explosion, we had the disaster. Well, is that bad? Well, it's not good, but is it good for you as an investor? We're going to discuss that on the show as well. We also have a full chart analysis from Sensei Crypto, who is with me as well, and we're going to look at the chart of it as well. So we're going to give you some good information here over the next few moments. Okay, so Rocket Lab. As you know, I have a long-term position. Let me go into it. By the way, if you enjoy my content, go on, smash the like button. It really, really helps. It really does. Have you done it? If you tap the subscribe as well, you might as well as your ear. There you go. Done both. Fantastic. Here's my long-term position. I'll share with you. There you go. I'm adding to it. I'm down 18%. I was down like 40%. So I've halved my loss. Don't mind that. They're not going anywhere. Rocket Lab isn't going bust. I'm fine with Rocket Lab. But we have an opportunity now to buy more. It's down 18% at the moment. That's a good position considering where I was. My Roth IRA, I've got nothing there other than I've got 101 shares. I've started to buy back in again. I've scalped this half a dozen times. Same structure exactly that I have for Virgin Galactic. You have to hold your position, add to it, but also make money on your tax-free position. Remember, you can trade as many times as you like in your Roth IRA, pay no tax, and you can lower your position, but keep making 4 or 5% over again. That way, if the stock goes up on your main account, you've made money, and you made money on the Roth. If the worst comes to the worst and Rocket Labs goes to zero, you didn't really lose your money because you kept making 5% many times on your Roth. So even though your main account went to zero, of course, and at that point, you would have the opportunity to still sell for something because there'll be rescue packages and there'll be blips and times to get in and out. But you've made profit anyway with your trading account. Very, very important to do that. All right, so we're going to go over to Sensei now, and we're going to have a discussion from a standpoint of the chart, what the financials are, where the bottom is, and we have a few questions coming in from our members as well. If you want to ask anything to Sensei or anything at all, if you comment below the video, I will answer everyone's questions. All my members I will answer. If I get time after that, I will answer the non-members, but I have to focus, of course, on the members first. Let's go over to Sensei and see what we have. Sensei, what chart do you have here for me?
Yes, thanks for having me on the show again, Martin.
Welcome.
Yeah, so this is the Rocket Labs chart. I'll remove the Fibonacci first. So as you can see, we did a video a couple of days ago about when the stock did crash. I think it was over 20%. Here, we saw it crash around 25%. We were live on the show. Martyn came on the show. He showed us all the news, and we took a position on it. So if you do tune into the shows, there is always a lot of opportunity. We are showing you the news. So that was only, you could get into that trade only if you had the news, because it was a very quick trade we took. It dropped 25%. And as soon as it did pop back up, we saw it hitting some resistance. It kept hitting the same line that we drew out during the show. Martyn took profits from his trade. We took profits, and that was about a 20% move, which was great. But now we see the stock coming back down. I did expect this because we had a quick move up. The news was still bad. The rocket did crash, so it is still bad news. So that is the reason we never went back to that.
I love the way you said that. The rocket crashed. It was bad. Tends to be bad, doesn't it? The rocket crashed. Yeah, it was a bad day, really. Sorry, Sensei. It just made me chuckle the way you said it so nonchalant. The rocket crashed.
I mean, that's in the essence.
That's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is always blowing up rockets. He blows up rockets. And he goes, "Yeah, fine. I've just lost $50 billion. Don't worry, we'll be fine." He says he reacts the same way. You're like him, obviously, just as rich. Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, in essence, that is the worst thing that. So the rocket. I'll say it again. The rocket crashed. The stock crashed. So that's why we didn't reach the $5 level. We had a quick rebound. That's where we took our profits around 470. Now we're coming back down. There was a question which I want to answer, which was where is the next level to buy? I don't know if Martyn wants to bring that question on the screen. I'm not sure who.
Yes,
it.
the question came from. Let me just scroll down. Here we go. This was Wade Van Isen for trading it. At what level are you looking to buy more Rocket Lab? For me, it's right now. But I would prefer to wait a little while longer because I think it's lower. I think I bought it at 360, 380? I can't remember when we had that big, that dramatic moment. It was 4:05 in the morning Eastern time. The news hit, and at 1 minute past 6 a.m. I bought it. And just remember, the stocks do trade 24 hours a day. You just can't always access them. Others can. I can get in from 6. Most of my stocks now I can actually get in 24 hours a day. Robinhood added more yesterday. And if you wait, in fact, I'll do it right now as I'm just mentioning it. Sensei, stand right there. If you want to be able to access the markets 24 hours a day, and most of my stocks now can be accessed 24 hours a day. First of all, health warning. Don't sit up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't look to see if Rocket Lab has just blown up and you get out. It's really unhealthy. But however, you can set limit orders and you can sell at 4 o'clock in the morning. Just don't be up on your phone. I just want to stress that. So I'm going to give everyone the link for this right now. If you want to be able to trade 24 hours a day, and you're right in the US, UK comes imminently. Let me give you this link. You can see on the screen you can win between $5 and $200 worth of stock. Someone had a Apple share from me before, and we've got more free shares I've just noticed coming today. I'll share them with you later. But let me just give you the link in the chat as we're doing this now for all my live viewers, and everybody else, I will post it above my head. I just want to do it like this so you can actually see me do it in a live show, so you actually know how I do this and how open and honest it is. Here's the live chat. I know you might be watching on a video later on, but I post it in here in the chat. For everybody else, I will give it to you in the link above my head. Let me just do that one more time. If you are in the US, the UK comes later on this year. Click on that link. You will get free stock. So will I. I will share with you on the screen what I've got, and you can see exactly. For those of you who are watching this video, click above my head, and I'll put the link there. It's also below in the video on my all links page. I've got a full list of all those referrals. But that's how you can access the stock 24 hours a day. Anyway, back to Sensei. Why it's important to watch the news, but health warning. Don't overstress. Just set limit orders. Maybe you're thinking, okay, the rocket's going up. What if it crashes? At 4 in the morning, what if it goes down 30%? Set yourself a limit order. You can always cancel it in the morning. Go, hey, I want to buy it 30% drop. I'll buy $100 worth. Of course, you can't do fractional shares at that time of the day, but you can do whole shares. So you could say, I want to buy 100 shares, which would be about, $400 or whatever it might be, 30% down at 4 o'clock in the morning. I always have those orders set just in case. You never know. Anyway, back to Sensei.
I would be buying this, would be back in this zone, which we've spoken about before. It's this zone where we've seen big bounces, 100% there, 50% there, 50% again there, another 100% move there. We were in this zone. You can't see it on the chart because it was pre-market. Martyn brought us the news because obviously he has the pre-market trading. Not many of us have that in the UK. So that's another reason to be tuning into the show.
Not many have it in, not many people have that around the world. I'm very special, Sensei. When Vlad Tenev brought it out, he says, and I think there's 22 million people that use Robinhood. He said, Martyn Lucas, he said, I want you to have it first. He called me up, phoned me up, said, Martyn, do you want 24-hour trading? I'll give it to you for a year ahead of everybody else in the world. And then I said, yeah, appreciate that, mate.
Just to clarify, I don't think he did actually call Martyn. No, but I do know you actually get some of the features before most people because of your loyal membership to Robinhood.
That is true. Yes, to just be honest, in case anyone gets out of context, I did get it first, or one of the few to get it first. But to be everybody on Robinhood gets it. Nothing to do with me on YouTube. Just in case someone thinks, hang on a minute, now Martyn Lucas is saying he's the only person in the world. He's like Warren Buffett. He's better than Warren Buffett. No, anyone can get it. I just got it near the top of the list. Anyway, carry on, mate.
Yeah, we are all very excited to get that in the UK. So if anyone in the US hasn't got us, I would recommend you use the link, get the referral. But yeah, so the level is, we were, as I said, we were in it before. The chart doesn't show it, but if we get back down to this zone here between 364 and 408, that is a place where you can add to your long-term position. That is not to say that we're not going to break this level. I do think, if you've seen the other videos, I am bearish on the general markets, and if the S&P does come down 15-20%, I do believe Rocket Lab will come down as well. And it does look like at some point we might be breaking this level. We have tested it many times, and if we test it, my theory is in the charts, if we hit a level multiple times, it's as if you're hitting on a door. You hit it once, it's not going to break. You hit it twice, it's not going to break. 3, 4, 5 times, the chances of it breaking down, the door breaking, falling over, gets higher the more times you test it. So we are still going to trade it as the history shows. You buy it here, it goes up. But you do need to be careful to have some money aside to, in case it does break this level, what levels are you going to start buying it in at? And we will, if it does start breaking down, we'll give you those predictions later. But for now, especially if it's going to be a sideways market for the next few months, which I think is a possibility before we get a crash, this is the level to be buying it for long term, for trades. It's here. You can probably trade it back to $5, maybe just a bit below. So if you're buying maybe 5% down from here, that's another 25% move. So that's the levels I'm looking at.
Okay, Sensei. I just had a question here from Pedro. What's PPS range in zone you are referring to? I
think it's the range between 369 and 408. I think that's what it means, if he wants to rephrase that.
Yes. So if you want to ask that again, Pedro, just so we fully understand your question there, we'll try to answer that. But there we go. Rocket Lab is going up now. It's moving up quite quickly. Thank you for your insight, Sensei, as always. Thanks for tuning in. And if you want Sensei services, please do check it out. Below the video, you'll see a link to Sensei services if you want the crypto services, or you want his full chart analysis, and that's very good. Now, during this film, I was actually running a poll. So in this video, for the Rocket Lab video, it's going to be the first time it's going to be mentioned. We're running a poll, and 27 people have voted, which is nice. And I asked the question, would you like to see a weekend show from Sensei on my channel? And 82% would love to see it, Sensei. You're very, very popular, obviously, on my show. And we're very excited to bring you that to you soon. So if you'd like to know about that and other great things, click above my head for my X account, and you'll see information of when I'm buying Rocket Lab and everything else before I buy it, and when I sell it before I sell it, so you know what's going on. If I get information from the company, I have friends at all the companies that I invest in. I make friends everywhere. I share with you information as I get it. If you want any information, follow me on X. Thank you to all of you, by the way, who took me through 1,000 followers yesterday. Very, very proud of that. I felt deeply honored that more than 1,000 of you actually now want to hear what I have to say, which is a privilege. So thank you for all following me on X. Go over here and you'll see my video for tomorrow night. Friday night is music night. Join us live for a live concert. We have a beer, we celebrate the week, and we have a bit of fun. Down here for more Rocket Lab information, and you can check that out. That's it from me, as always. Take care of yourselves and each other.